guys, so today I want to talk to you about life in a small town and what it's like, because I have been here for about 5 years now, actually 6 years, and I have some thoughts and opinions I want to share with you. This is going to be a vlog. We have some things to do today, and I'm excited to bring you along for the little trip. I've got to wear my hat just in case, because I did microneedling about 3 days ago, so you can't really tell probably. My skin is a little bit darker than normal from the microneedling, but that's about it as far as how it changes the appearance of your skin. And your skin can end up looking like pretty bad before it looks better if you do a microneedling treatment and it's just been a few days. It's about 15 miles to some stores that I want to go to. I want to get some groceries and I want to get some soil. Oh gosh, I almost forgot. The main reason I'm going, this always happens, is because I need gasoline and I need stabilizer for my lawnmower. I cannot get it to start. And apparently that's my fault because I left the gasoline in there over the winter. So how many of you guys out there, drain the gasoline out before the winter ends, which apparently you're really supposed to do, because it's really frustrating because I can't mow the lawn now and I've been using like a trimmer around everything. Oh, there's a beautiful deer running across the street. It is, I think it's about 8 or 9 a.m. right now, by the way. I think I've been up since 3 or 4. There are a lot of challenges of living here. There are a lot of different things that could be happening that create interesting and unique situations. I don't even know where to start, but I'll start with a recent thing. So recently, for some reason, our garbage service stopped servicing us, and just them not showing up for 1 week. Okay, that happens. I get it. And then the following week, on the proper day they were supposed to show up, they didn't show up, even though it said that they would. And then the problem with the situation in a very rural area as where I live is that we have bears that are out and about right now, and they are really searching for your garbage and your food. And so this created a situation of, for some people, it could create a situation that could potentially be dangerous. It's at least not a good situation to have garbage sitting around that's been rotting there for a week or two. So basically what happened is they didn't show up, and then the next week, like I said, they said they were coming on the proper day, and then they never showed up. And then they said, oh, we're coming the next day, and they didn't. They said we're coming the next day, and they didn't. And this happened day after day after day, and I kept losing hope. And I thought, I have to go to the dump. And so that was my plan. I really didn't want to. You guys, I have a phobia of the dump. It scares me. I really, really am uncomfortable going to the dump. It's a strange, bizarre type of a so-called like a phobia, but I have a fear of it, okay? I don't know if I've watched too many shows in the past. I'm afraid that's a place where people get murdered. I don't know, but it's related to that. So I didn't want to have to go there, but I was going to have to. And then finally they showed up, and it was amazing, and they took everything. And but in the meantime, in the process of that, we did have a bear that came over, and we had a bear again yesterday, and it got into the garbage again because the garbage people didn't show up when they normally do again. One of the cases where a bear came to my house recently, this did cause a problem. I saw one in my backyard actually, and then luckily it didn't go towards the garbage. It just, came up and then it turned around. That was awesome. That's an unusual one. But when we were sleeping recently, a bear came and it knocked into our smoker. And as a result, it knocked it over completely because it was trying to get the grease cup, which I cannot believe I left on there. I just, I don't know. I was using it over the winter and I left that on there. And so it knocked over this very, very heavy Traeger smoker into our air conditioner. It pushed the air conditioner out of place to an extent, and the air conditioner stopped working. So we had been without air for like many weeks this summer, and it was so hot and it was hard to adjust. I kind of adjusted to it though. The bear did damage the smoker, and some of the metal is like totally bent. And so I had to try to rig up some aluminum foil to try to block that bent area. I tried bending it back, but I didn't do the best job. And then I paid someone to fix our air conditioner. The air conditioner, when he opened it up, I've never dealt with air conditioners before, so I didn't know that you could even open up this one side panel safely. Now I know, so I've learned. I tried to watch what he was doing. And so he opened it up, and it was full of material, like soft material, and corn. So if you have any guess as to what would have done that, it would be mice. So the mice got into the air conditioner and they chewed through a wire. And then an issue occurred where some of the wires, or one of them, was actually on fire, and it scorched this paperwork that the previous owner left in there. So all of that was just like, wow, that's a lot going on there. It was surprising. And the guy fixed it. It ended up costing about $600 total for that and one other tiny little thing he did. It was worth it to have that fixed. I know a lot of DIYers could probably have just figured it out and fixed it themselves. Yeah, mice are such a huge issue, you guys. There are no words to express how bad of an issue the mice cause. Now, about a year ago, I decided to purchase a newer vehicle because the one I'm driving right now that you might hear in the background, it's a 2005 Saturn Vue. Frankly, I love this car. Like, it's my little baby. Like, I love it. My son was born the same year as this car. It's an older car, little SUV, and it's just been wonderful. I absolutely love it. I never want it to stop working. It has 221,000 miles. We recently changed the oil on it. But about a year ago, I had surgery on my foot, and I was concerned. We had to do a lot of driving for the surgery and back into other appointments. And I was concerned about the safety, and if something goes wrong, it's important to have like a backup when you live in the boonies and you can't really rely on anybody, and services too are really hard to come by out here. So I made the worst purchase of my life. I can laugh about it, but it wasn't smart, you guys. I spent the most money I've ever spent on a vehicle, but it was so beautiful looking. I love the leather interior. I think I was sold too much on how like fancy it looked on the inside and how sleek and like, oh, I just loved it. I'd rather stick with my clunker instead of something like that after having the experiences I've had with it. So the car itself, I didn't realize I really am not suited for a car. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I spent about $17,000. The worst purchase I've ever made. Worst and biggest purchase I've ever made with cash. And man, I just don't like it. I don't like that vehicle. I can barely see out the windows. It's up really high and the windows are smaller. It's real weird. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, you can use the backup camera, and you can actually only use the backup camera because I can't see out the back because it's so small and up high, and I am so short. So I know I shouldn't complain, but I personally made a mistake with that vehicle. So the bigger problem is not those things that I mentioned. I can deal with those things. It's fine. But as soon as we got the vehicle, there was an infestation of mice in that vehicle. I'm starting to wonder if it always had that issue and if I brought the mice with me from the dealership. Maybe not likely. Maybe it was just from my house. But whatever it is, it did happen, and it became such a huge issue where I have had to put traps in the car, and live traps, and the ones that kill them. I'm sorry, but man, those things are traumatizing for everybody involved. We had to do that like day after day after day after day, and they never stopped. The mice were never taken care of. The problem was never solved, and wherever they're getting in and out, they're just going to keep going in and out. I tried keeping it in the garage after I thought we killed them all and got them all out. Didn't work. I tried keeping it outside in the extremely cold winter, thinking that we got them all out and that would solve it, and it didn't work. And that car smells so disgusting, so nasty, and there are still mice in it. And for a while my dad wanted it, and I just wanted to give it to him, but at the same time I need it to be sanitary so he doesn't get some illness. And so I've been looking around for somebody to detail it, with also being horrifyingly embarrassed and giving them the details of this situation, I can't bring myself to do it. I've been procrastinating so much. I can't bring myself to clean it. And even if I clean it, I don't think it'll ever be clean enough. And the problem still isn't solved because there's still mice. I wish I could find somebody to help deal with that issue. So I'm just driving back from the stores that I went to. I went to the hardware store. I got gas. I dropped off a package for UPS. And I bought some plants, which I'm excited about. Today, it is so beautiful out, you guys. It's about 65 degrees. It's around 10 a.m. right now. You can see the clouds in the sky and how beautiful it looks up here in the woods. Okay, guys, if you see that I'm dressed a little bit weird, I've got this pouch here. I got this on Temu before, and I'm going to be making a better one than this out of leather. I can't wait to share that with you guys. So I need to find a way to siphon this out, and I just need to find a container to put it in. And then I have new gas. It says on here, guaranteed to start right away. Nope. Okay, ladies, if you don't have tools, get yourself some tools. Because you never know when you're going to need some things, when you're going to need to do this. It's better. Hi. Come here. The squirrel is over here. Come on. Come here. Look. Let me show you. Come on. It's magical. I try not to get too close to them, and I also no longer hand feed them, but I mean, I could, but I don't do that. Got that off. Where do I spray? Getting mildly stressed out because I'm supposed to take everything apart, it sounds like. And I just filled this up with gas. And I'm scared.
Percent of the time, the problem is always inside of the carburetor. Just remove both of these bolts.
I just wanted to access the carburetor to spray it with starter fluid. Follow the fuel line, locate the screw under the carburetor holding on the fuel bowl. Fuel bowl can get gummed up with old gas. Oh, crap, that could be it. Unscrew the fuel bowl with a screwdriver, pull it off, and dump out any old gas.